Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the 212A. It's the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Steppes, and it's under the command of 73north. And it's the first of two videos featuring 73north in the Tier 9s. Okay, 203mm howitzer, capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm pen, 10.4 meters on the burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. He's headed back behind the railway line to fire from cover, and there's a nice little spot here which he can use. There is an EBR in the gully. Yeah, you've seen that. But he's actually not falling for it. He's actually going for the tanks on the east side of the map. Mostly because they're going to be stopped by our guys. Rounds out the Cobra. Direct hit. 372 from his first shot. Cobra gets rid of the stun straight away. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks, so he's bottom tier. And I think that Concept 1B bit off more than he could chew, even though the Cobra's helping him. The Cobra's going to be out of shells very shortly, and then he's going to pull back to reload. In fact, no, he won't do that because he's back in the garage. He just got wiped out by 73north with the next shot. Okay, he's reloading quickly. The standard reload for the 212A is 37.39 seconds. 73north has got 29.85. I think it's 85, but it's fast anyway. Rounds out against Udas, but he pulls away. But he stuns both of them, and he's getting stun assists, so that worked out in his favour. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, if you've got a choice of two tanks, do you aim for one or the other, or just between them to actually cause stun? And I said, well, if they're inside of your teammates, you stun them to actually get the benefit, because your teammates are more likely to shoot them if they're suddenly immobilized. But if you can see one of the tanks is a very weak one, or one that's actually very vulnerable, then of course you can penetrate the armor of, say, a tank destroyer. That make that very tempting target. He's just picked up masses of stun assist off that one. He's now got 2,274 hit points of stun assist from those careful shots that he laid down. So that's worked out in his favor in a very big way. Okay, it's getting a request for fire for the Panzerkampfwagen 7. Over on the other side of the map, he puts a round in to stun the guy. There's a lot of enemy tanks over here. In fact, it looks like our teammates are actually going to overwhelm them, because we're 7 up on the enemy, and there's only 7 of them left. Looking to put a round into that chieftain. Rounds out, going for the engine deck. And he gets it. Look at that, 438 hit points from that one. He's a one-shot. He's not going to be too happy now. His game is virtually over. And these guys are now getting rounds in their rears from our guys who are coming up behind them. And he's picked up some more stun assist off that chieftain. There's only 2 enemies left. One of them is the T110E5. And the other one is Kampfpanzer EK1. Rounds out. Well, he gets some stun anyway. That was a stun game mostly. There's still one enemy who hasn't been found, and that's the EK1, who's probably, yes, he's been found. Well, that game was surgically quick, and that was an ace tanker for 73north in the 212A. He got so much stun assist in that one that it was obvious he was getting an ace tanker. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9 in this one, and his win rate was only 2,250 because he didn't do a huge amount of damage. Not the amount you would normally expect for a 212A, but it was a very fast game, and that's why he couldn't get a huge amount of damage done. All he could do really was stun the enemy tanks, make them vulnerable, and then he picked up the stun assist. So that's why he ended up with an ace tanker. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, as you can see, he's mid-table on damage. The high scorer was the IS-7 who got the last kill. He got a Confederate and 5,081 hit points of damage. Second highest was the Panzernik with 3,041. And the third highest, well, that turned out to be the MBTB, I should say, who got 2,900. You can see the other IS-7 also got a steel wall and 2832. 73north got 2,215 in this game, and he was only beaten by 2 members of the enemy team, but he was beaten by 6 members of his own team, which means he's 9th when it comes to damage. When it came to kills, he only got the 1, but the highest score was 2 kills. So the MBT, the IS-7, the Kampfpanzer EK1, and the Leopard 1 all got 2 kills. Nobody on the enemy team got more than 1 kill, and only 3 players actually got kills at all in that game. And of course, 73north just the 1. When it came to base XP, he's tops. 1,107 base experience points from that one for 73north. 1,117 goes to the IS-7, and they're the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, with the Panzernik getting 962. 7 shots fired, 3 direct hits, 1 penetration, 8 splash. Damage of 2,215 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Well, I can think you can take a guess which one he penetrated. Yep, the Cobra. It's a very weak hull in a sense, but that's why he got it in. But he's right on target, so yeah, no chance that that guy was going to survive that shot. So anyway, he got 7 direct hits, 7 enemies damage rather, 1 killed, and he got 3,268 hit points of stun assist of 8 stuns, and that's the ace tanker. On a premium count, he actually made 41,119 credits profit from that game, and 3,321 experience points as well. So a very good ace tanker, mostly from the stun. So let's have a look at his second battle in the M53, M55. Second battle is on the south spawn of Pilsen. Game on. Only 1 RT on either side, and it's an M53 for both. Tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks. Okay, number of targets he can hit straight away. The BZ-68 or the Chieftain. The Chieftain's going to be a target for a few. He's got the art working. Lovely. Okay. Rounds out. Nice to see he's relocating. I get the impression the enemy Arty's not going to try. Oh, yes. He's not going to try straight away from the start. He'll focus on the tanks. Almost there. He's pulling up just in time. Rounds out for the engine A. Yes. Good shot. Stun both of them, but the BZ-68 opts to use his first aid kit, and the IS-3 doesn't, and that's why 73north has picked up some stun assist. 1,557 so far. It's keeping it in there because I get the impression that BZ-68 didn't pull away. He's still there. That's a difficult shot. There is an enemy tank he can hit over on the east side of the map at the moment, actually. getting requests for fire on the EBR-75, but he's sticking with these heavies for the moment. Yeah, that BZ-68 didn't move away, he's still there. And now the IS-3 got hit. Okay, let's keep this guy under fire suppression. Rounds out. Good shot! Right into the engine deck. And he goes down. The Stinger will be happy about that one. Unfortunately, Stinger was within the blast radius of the shell, but I'm sure he was happy about that. Unfortunately, he's just died as well because he got wiped out by the SU-130PM. But for a moment, I think he was probably thinking, yeah, Arty's really helping. Okay, there's some enemy tanks over on the east side of the map at the moment who are potential targets. He's trying to get the Bosch. Well, at least he stunned him, so he's getting stun assist. Now up to 2,080. Yeah, that Bosch is still loaded. Rounds out. Nice bit of splash damage, but he got the stun. And I think that's what he intended. Okay, Panzerkampfwagen 7 on the railway line. What an unusual place. Direct hit though, right into the side on the weak spot. He is holding our guys up at the moment. There's a charioteer up on the near the pipes. We could possibly land a shell near them, but the Panzerkampfwagen is definitely trying to take out our sharp GeForce. And another direct hit. That's it, get behind him. He went down, taken out in the end by our Borsig. The enemy is panicking now. There's only 5 of them left. Their Arty is at the point of, well, he's trying to struggle under the water. He's not intending to drown himself. I think he's more trying to use the water for cover. But by putting this shell in here, oh, he got a direct hit. Well, Arty to Arty, that is certainly going to hurt. He's only got 97 hit points left. He managed to get a shotgun, but yeah, he's surrounded. Oh, don't drown yourself. At least try and get a ram. No, he's decided to go swimming. Rounds out. Unfortunately, he drowns before we can get the shots in, and that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle results, and that was another ace tanker game for 73north, this time in the M53 M55. He got a Bruce medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 8 in this one, and he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate wasn't particularly high, but he was trying to get for stun assists, and he did get a lot. That's why he got the ace tanker. 1,886, which is very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, you can see his damage was actually 2,164. The high scorer was, in fact, the Stinger that he helped during the battle. That guy got 4,198, but unfortunately, he didn't see the SU-130 PM, who was hiding behind the building, and that guy poked out and got a quick kill on him. Second highest damage, T57 Heavy on our team with 3,780, and the third highest damage was the SU-130 PM on the enemy team with 2,836. So, where did he actually come? Well, he was only beaten by one member of the enemy team and 4 members of his own team, which puts 73north in 6th place when it comes to damage. When it comes to kills, he didn't get any at all in this game, but that doesn't really matter because he got the Confederate, and that's really what counts in the end. He got a medal. Whereas the Link 6x6 got the highest number of kills. He got 3. 2 kills went to the Stinger, the E4, and the 752. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and only 4 of them actually got kills at all in that game. So again, they were overwhelmed. And when it came to base XP, it's 73north, top of the table, 1,044 base, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 860 went to the Stinger, and 857 went to the T57 Heavy. He fired only 10 rounds to get an ace tanker. He got 5 direct hits, no penetrations, but he did get 13 splash. 2,164 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, and that got him the Confederate. Just 3,617 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. So very well placed shots that actually stunned the enemy and enabled him to pick up all the points. He took a credit total on a premium count of 38,912 credits. And 1,566 experience points out of that one as well. 2 fairly quick games, but both of them ace tanker. So it just goes to show that 73north is having a whale of a time in his tier 9s. Hope you enjoyed that video, and please give it a like, and thanks for watching.